Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch or would like to purchase at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Omega Speedmaster Pre-Moon, instead of Moonwatch, Pre-Moon, reference 145.022-69. It's a vintage Omega Speedmaster. I'll tell you a little bit about the history of this watch, then I'll tell you about the case bezel dial bracelet movement, and also tell you where it stands in the lineup of other similar Speedmasters. Then I'll tell you about then I'll give you my final thoughts and try it on. So let's start just with a little history. Now, this watch came out in approximately 1969. Yeah, that means since the moon landing was in 1969, this watch actually came out before the moon landing. That's right. So that is the reason why it's called pre-moon. It has not yet been to the moon. So they made this model before Omega had one of the astronauts wear this watch to the moon, and it was, at the time, looked as you see it like this. In fact, it still looks like that as of 2026, and probably it'll continue looking like that. Now, it's had a ton of new variations and upgrades since its original fitting, but essentially it still looks just like what you see here. Okay, so with that said, the pre-moon had, I guess you can sort of break it down into, or let's say this reference number, you can sort of break it down into several different ones. This one is the pre-moon. They also had other slight variations of it from 1969 to 1974. They had a writing that said first moon on it, which was a little bit later after 1970 to 74. And they also had one that had a slightly different curved writing on the back during the Apollo 11 trip in 1972. But that's not what we're focusing on. We're focusing right now on the pre-moon. And these ones were made from approximately 1969 to 1971. Okay, for a period of 2 years, right before the moon, they landed on the moon. That's the reason why, by the way, the case back, which I'll show you in a little bit, doesn't have any writing on it about first being worn to the moon, because actually it had not been worn to the moon yet. So it just says Speedmaster. Okay, so with that said, now you have a little history of this watch, and now where does it stand in the lineup? Well, this is how the watch looked when it went to the moon. This is really how it looked, and it would just look exactly like what you see here. Not exactly this watch, but it would look like this. And what is different about it? To be honest, not much has changed, as I said. The only difference that you can really see, unless you really look carefully, is that the patina, the hour markers, the hands and such, start to look brown over time, because it's been, how many years now? More than it's been around 60 years, almost nearly 60 years. That's a long time. So the patina and such can age and give this look, and the dial doesn't look as freshly black anymore, starts to fade into this little almost grayish color. Okay, but with that said, if you're going to get a vintage Omega, definitely I would say this is the one to get, the one that is Omega's claim to fame, which is going to the moon. And what better way to have it than the actual looking one that went to the moon, which is this pre-moon one. Okay, with that said, now you know the background, you know a little bit of history. Let's start talking about the watch itself. The watch itself is still going to be a 42 millimeter, still going to have the same more or less case. The case actually looks more or less the same. It's still going to have a really nice beveled edge to it. Even they did the same bevel edge, even the case looks the same. A satin finish over the top, they did that back then, they still do it now. And it has push button pushers, which actually is still the same as well. Not a whole lot has changed. They still, I believe back then they used 316L steel, and I think they actually still use 316L steel. Rolex used 904L steel. It's a little bit harder, but there's some benefits to using 316. I'm not going to go into these, but that's just what Omega does. So more or less, it's a same case. Okay. Let's look here. I guess let's look at the bezel. It's going to be an acrylic bezel. And it has a thin bezel that goes around, and it actually is able to calculate speed. That's why it's called a tachymeter. Calculates speed the distance when you cross one, if you move 1 kilometer, you start it and stop it wherever that stops. Let's say it stops at 300. That means you've, in 1 kilometer, if you took, let's say 11 seconds to go to 1 kilometer, that means you went 300 kilometers an hour. That's what the tachymeter is. Conversely, if you took 1 minute, then it took 60 kilometers in an hour. That's how the speed you're going. But you'd have to know how much speed it is. Anyways, the point is, it has a nice bezel. It's thin, and it looks pretty cool, and it looks just like how it does now. Let's look at the dial here. What are some things that I can point out about it? Now, I read some articles on it. The dial, they're saying that it has a painted Omega sign. Like the Omega sign is painted, as opposed to being like embossed on there in white gold or something. And yeah, okay. So as you see, the Omega symbol is painted there. It's going to have actually the same layout. 3 o'clock position, you have the minutes, 30 minute marker, you have the hour counter at the 6 o'clock, and you have a running 60 second on the 9 o'clock. And then you have a long hand, which is calculating seconds when you start and stop it. And the hour markers that are going to be, it's going to be slightly different, okay, than the current ones, in that the current Speedmasters are going to have the hour markers. Here you just have plots. It's like someone took this white loom and they just plotted it straight on there, and now it looks a little bit different than that. And also, as you see, the hands and everything look a little bit dark, more yellowed out, and the dial looks a little bit more grayed out as well. All kind of stuff that you see with age, real age, right? Not age that artificial age that they try to make it look this way. And it has an acrylic crystal. That means it's a plastic crystal. That's how they did it back in the day. All right, let's look at the case. Now, here's how you can tell that this watch is actually a pre-moon, because you look at the case and it just has a picture of a seahorse, which is the Speedmaster logo, and it doesn't say anything about going to the moon, because it actually hasn't gone to the moon yet. In the later versions of this from 1970, which is after 69, because they went to the moon in 69, it all says the first watch worn on the moon, because that's actually true. But before that, it was not, so that's why it has this, which actually I think is even cooler. That's why they call it the pre-moon. You can't see the movement. It's actually a manual wind movement, and they chose this one because, well, one of the reasons they chose it is because in space you don't have gravity, so a automatic movement wouldn't be so good. It would be much better. And actually, I'm not sure they had the technology back then, because Rolex Daytona, for example, which is also a chronograph, it was also a manual wind. So it wasn't until, I think, around the 80s, around 85 or so, that the watch became automatic for Rolex. So I would assume that probably Omega was the same. Okay, but at any rate, it's you can't see the movement anyway. So, but it is a manual wind, and let me see what the movement number here is. Let's see. I'm going to look it up real quick. I think it was... All right. Well, anyways, I don't have it offhand, but you can simply look that up. All right. Now time to try this watch on my wrist and give you my thoughts. Now, I like the Omega. I like the brand itself, and I really think that having a piece of history, you're not exactly having the watch from the moon, because that probably would be very, very expensive. I would guess actually probably even more than $1 million, I would think. But you are having a watch that looks like it, that was from the same era, and really is the same model that went to the moon. So I just think that's really cool. And for the price tag, which is at the moment, we're selling them they're around between $4,000 and $5,000 at jazztime.com. So I think that's just a great value for what it is. So look, if you want to buy it at the lowest price anywhere online, and actually, by the way, it looks just like the new ones. So if you want to buy a watch that has history, that is really cool, go to jazztime.com and buy it at the lowest price anywhere online.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.